What is going on, guys? So today I just want to talk about why humans need hibernation too. If you think about it, a lot of animals, especially bears, they like to hibernate for 2 to 3 months, right? Well, it's because that there's so much going on in our lives and worlds that a lot of times we might not want to wake up and take on the next day. I'm not saying all the time, but there are definitely some days, right, where you're just like, damn, you know what? Let me just stay asleep in my bed, in my burrow, so to speak, so that, I don't have to take on the next day, right? And I feel like the reason why so many people nowadays get exhausted, burnt out, depressed, etc., anxiety, etc., etc., is because we don't have a good rest factor. Like we don't have that time to take for ourselves. It's just always go, go, go. Nobody cares what you're thinking. Nobody cares how you're feeling. It's just go, go, go. Hurry up, next day. Go, go, go. And this is what makes people, especially I would say in America, they get burnt out. They get exhausted. They don't want to deal with anything extra when they should be, because that's probably much more fun than going to work or going to school or both at the same time. But it's more like, no, leave me alone. I already put in my dues for the week. I just don't want to see anyone. I don't want to interact with anyone. I don't want to leave my comfort zone. Exactly. You don't want to leave the comfort zone. But it's when you do those things that you feel like you have to, or you must, or you have to be there. You might be pressured by family or friends or both. But it's when you do them where it's like a certain like warrior aspect of you, or at the very least like a nomad aspect of you awakens. And when you tune into these other parts of your character and your human being, you feel much better. At least, hold on, hang on with me, bear with me for a second. At least when you go home after the event is over, you kind of feel some kind of sense of satisfaction, like, all right, I did it, I got it through. Nothing crazy happened, right? Because a lot of times the mind might tell us that, bad stories about things that might happen, it's going to trigger anxiety, right? So anyway, these things really make you feel burnt out and exhausted. And afterwards, after a while, when you go to work a lot, school, whatever you feel like your obligation is, and things you do on the daily almost, or at least on the weekly, you might be noticing that you start to retreat from life. You might start either not cutting off necessarily, but kind of backing away from friends, backing away from family. You talk less, and basically people will kind of say you're dead inside. I myself have seen old friends of mine in my life turn to like that. It's really sad. It's a really sad sight, and it feels basically impossible to say or do anything about it. But all we can do is wish them well from afar, or love them from afar. You know, you don't have to, but that's pretty much all you could do if you mean well for them, right? And I just think it's really sad, but it does happen. Who knows what their personal circumstances are? If the world was a perfect place, then people would not be committing suicide. They wouldn't be doing so many horrible things. But I digress. The point is that, guys, that you need to understand and take time for your emotional and mental health. You need to understand the balances between them, the imbalances between them, and you need to do better. You need to do anything and everything you can to make these parts of you better. And no, I don't mean sit at home and think yourself to death, because I know many people, including myself, believe me, you sit at home, and you just keep thinking, and one thought sprouts upon two more thoughts, and those two thoughts break into. It's like those like binary pairs or whatever, like on a binary tree. It keeps breaking down more and more, like those sub problems. When in reality, we should just let go of this and allow the universe and life to come to us, and just open ourselves up to life, instead of retreating and closing up and retreating into our minds, because the mind does not know. And believe me, more thinking will not really, it's not going to answer anything. Believe me, you learn far more better, far more from life, just by feeling and experiencing life itself for what it is, by going out and playing the game. That's all it is. If I get better at a video game, it's because I played it. It's not because I stared at the game and thought about possibilities, which, by the way, is way more exhausting and boring. So it's like, why not just go play the game? This is really, guys, really, this is a message to myself, and I'm making it right now because I think it too. You know, and I appreciate if anyone out there understands or resonates or feels the same way. Really appreciate it. I love how supportive my channel has become, my community has become. It feels really amazing. Like, I didn't even think this was possible a year ago, 2 years ago. I was stuck at the same sub count, and people, I guess, I don't know, they weren't really responding. And a little change up here and there, and just changing attitude really got the channel starting to go in the right direction, and it feels great, guys. I'm really grateful, and now I understand why people always say they're grateful for having fans and subs. So it's awesome, guys. Thank you so much. I do plan on making more videos like this, so maybe I'll make another channel and dedicate them to that channel. We'll see. But nonetheless, guys, I'm really appreciative that you guys are always tuning in, giving your 2 cents on matters, comments, likes, subs. I couldn't be more grateful. And as always, God bless you guys. Thank you so much, and I'll be back sooner than you think. Bye bye.